Inspired by data artists like Hanna Hock, our goal is to create a collage that uses juxtaposition of shapes, scale, and any other elements and principles of art to express a current issue in society. Hanna Hock was a German data artist who specialized in collages that centers around gender issues in society. Dada was a term that developed in the early 20th century art movement that began as early as in the 1916 in Zurich, Switzerland, which spread to Germany and to New York. The Dada artists were strongly against the war of that time, World War One, and their purpose was to find ways to communicate in new and innovative ways that were totally different from the traditional ways of artists. The Dada artists wanted to find new meanings for their art. What was the purpose of their art in society? How can they make a difference with their art? In this collage by Hanna Hock, titled The Beautiful Girl, we see an arrangement of clippings from newspapers, magazines, and advertisements. It shows a female figure disembodied and juxtaposed within an industrialized automobile element. There is the BMW logo, the stopwatch, a wheel, a light bulb. The car logo repeats itself in a pattern that draws your attention to the mystery of the work. The wheel and the stopwatch speak to the ticking new period. Amid these items are parts of a woman's body, hands, legs, and heads are juxtaposed in unpredictable scale and places. The woman appears to uphold and move the car forward, yet that car is frozen mid-air. As our attention goes to the lurking, shadowy figure in the back, a small black and white picture of a woman with her eyes blocked out. Is Hanna Hock hinting at the reality of women in Germany amid this time of social change and growth? So inspired by Hanna Hock, the way she juxtaposes and layers these different elements together to express, to cast that irony to the issue that she's presenting, how do we begin? First, you gather a bunch of interesting pictures from magazines and newspapers or found photographs. Spend some time cutting up these pictures, thinking about what they remind you of. Ask yourself questions like, how do I feel about this? Is there any threats to this issue? What are the threats or concerns? How can this be solved? In my example, I'm collaging items I found from a cereal box and magazines of children away from school. As I work, I'm thinking about COVID-19 as a metaphor for that impactful storm in nature, that which calls for new thinking into the cost and relevancy of education. And so I choose to layer these items that I feel can communicate that message as clear as I possibly can. Similarly, you will create your own ideas. This can be personal to you, it could be of some situation you have experienced, or it could be of something new to you or something you were inspired to create. After you have your idea, now decide on what you would like to focus in on, the solution, the threats, or a combination of both. Then prepare your background, choose your paper, write, draw, paint something to supplement your ideas. Then one by one layer pieces of the found picture clippings. Juxtapose elements by using scale or abrupt, unpredictable pieces here and there. Repeat, paint, shade edges if necessary to make your work more cohesive, and continue to remove and reapply, problem solve as you try to find the right mix of pieces to communicate your thoughts. Then last, self-check your work to see if it expresses your intent. If that changed along the way, that's okay. As long as you are happy with the new change, embrace that. Check it that your composition is cohesive, and it's unified, and your work looks complete. Enjoy problem solving, thinking, reflecting, and being data inspired. Do send me a picture of your work, and thank you.